In this video, we're going to walk you through Lightspeed, our classroom device monitoring software. What you will see today is kind of basically what it looks like, how to set your bell schedule, how to hide your courses. I'll take you through some of the basics of the block and allow list, and hopefully just give you a couple tips and tricks when using Lightspeed in your classrooms this year. Here's the address. You can still get to Lightspeed by using the old web address, which was simply classroom.relay.school. But even if I enter that, it takes me to this new web address, which changed a part of the way through last year. Those of you that used it, you'll notice the screen looks pretty similar to what it's always looked like. I think the biggest difference you're going to see is when we go to set the bell schedule. Those of you that sign in for the first time, you might have some courses from last semester. You might have some second semester courses. What you can do is, if you want to get rid of those, you can click on the More Actions, and you can always hide a course that you don't want to see. So again, maybe something from last semester is still on there, or something from second semester, and you can always see those by clicking View Hidden here. But today I'm going to work on my Semester 1 Medieval course, so I'm going to click on it. Jumps into my current setup. When you look at it, very similar to last year. I'm going to start right here with the gear. When you click on the gear, what you're going to see is you have the ability to rename it. I shortened mine a little bit just so I could see that title whenever I'm looking at that home screen. You can change the color of it to keep it, if you want to keep your courses separate. But I would say the biggest difference and most important part is the bell schedule. This looks a bit different. This is my first hour. So what I had to do, you can see these are already checked. Whenever I first entered into it today, this is what it looked like. But I am going to check these boxes here, and it is just, again, a bit different than what we were used to when setting the bell schedule last year. It sometimes takes a second when you set it, but it's going to save. And now I know that whenever I click on this first hour class will be in session at 7:15, first hour, whenever I open Lightspeed and click that start button. Because I have my bell schedule set, it will view those student screens. Now, when I navigate back to this screen, you can see that it says next session is Monday, 7:15 a.m. That's just letting me know that my bell schedule is set. You will not see this if you haven't set your bell schedule. As we move along the tabs here, what you'll notice, you can pause the internet. This will do it for all the students. Limit the number of tabs. You could create a limit. You could put one tab all the way to 100 tabs for maybe they're taking an assessment or something and you only want 2 tabs to be able to be open. You could set that. The web rules, I know a lot of you've played around with this. You can create an allow list, or you can create a block list. And what you do is you create the list down here. So maybe, I know YouTube is one, so those of you that like to block YouTube, you could create one of these here. It would be my block list, and I know that I could go pull it from this screen here. I got it on block. I select list, apply list, and it would block that YouTube for that class for that hour. Now you can go into any of these allow and block lists. If you simply click on view list, You could add a website that you wanted here, or you can remove them out. So these are fluid. You can update them. You can give them names. But a lot of customization that you can do for maybe a test day if you want to create certain rules. There are some other options here. I know some of you, there might be a situation where you added a student, created a group, or you have maybe a pod of students that you want to monitor a little bit closer. You can change the view where it's a list view. It's currently set at the grid view here. I'm going to show you, I'm going to click on a student here. Whenever I click on a student, if I've had Lightspeed on, what you will be able to see is what tabs they had open. You'll be able to check a history, so you could hit a drop down and even check the dates when Lightspeed was running, what they were looking at. And when you click on a screen and they're active, you can record into short bursts. And so if you were to record somebody, if they were doing something suspicious, this is where that would show up. But again, the most important part, hide those courses that aren't active to kind of clean up your page. Make sure you set the bell schedules for all of your courses. One of the most common issues we have is I cannot see a student's screen. I think the best practice for Lightspeed is if you're given an assessment and you're going to run this platform, make sure to have students restart their device right before you take that assessment, and usually that cleans up a lot of the issues. But that's all we have for you today. Thank you.